everyone! Welcome back to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be advice from your higher self. So what does your higher self want to come through and let you know? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with the sunstone crystal, pile 2 with the carnelian, and pile 3 with the rose quartz. So those are your 3 piles to choose from today. Think of the question, what does my higher self need to say to me today? What is the advice? All right. Without further ado, we're going to get started with pile 1 with the sunstone crystal. Timestamps will be in the comments or the description box below. Let's begin. All right, if you have chosen pile 1 with the sunstone crystal, you found your way to your reading. So advice from your higher self. Let's figure it out. What is being brought to you today? Okay. Just cleanse the space for you. All right, so first we have the fates. Time to go. We have high priestess, high priest, responsibility. Understanding. Focus. And we have the attraction of opposites. Okay, let me move the camera a little bit so you can see everything. Perfect. Okay, sorry if you hear like dangling, it's these things. All right, so give me a second to tune into the energy here so I can give you the most accurate advice coming through for you today, okay? All right, so overall, just looking at the cards here and tuning into the energy, it seems as though you're going through a divine trial, okay? There's something that is occurring in your life where you need to walk away from something so you can have a better understanding of yourself, of your life purpose, and to focus on where you're going to go, where your life will lead you. There's a higher responsibility that you have to, pay attention to, right? The attraction of opposites, I will get into a little later, because this card is giving me something a little different. So, we'll see. I'll get started with the fates. We'll see when we get there. Okay. So with this card being here, this is showing me that something definitely happened, especially beside time to go. Something definitely happened in your life, and you see how this person is just hugging herself. This is like you trying to give yourself comfort, and spirit trying to give you that comfort after, something may have occurred in your life. Okay? Because fate is a mystery, but it's like what we do with what happens to us, what we do with these challenges, what we do with these lessons is really important, okay? And again, I'm seeing 17 here, and then focus is also 17. So there's something that you need to focus on, maybe something that you're needing to surrender to a certain situation, okay? And you need to accept that things will be okay. You just need to focus on yourself, focus on your well-being. Right? The only thing you can control right now is how you react to the situation. So be mindful. of what you can do and what you can't do, right? Don't try to control anything, because that's only going to push back your growth further, right? So, how you respond to challenges in our life is going to take us to different directions, right? And the direction that you want to go to is definitely like your destiny, your life purpose. You want to be on your right path, right? So it's just being mindful of, the lessons that are being brought to you. What is being said? What do you need to answer to? And know that that comfort can be found within yourself, right? And then we have time to go. So something, like as I said, something may have occurred in your life and you're walking away from it. So you can, go in a different direction. You're taking a different path. Or you're on the same path, but it's like, there's a different way to go. Okay? There's a lesson that was brought to you that is showing you, like, maybe, I was doing the wrong thing. Maybe there's something I wasn't seeing, I was blind to. Okay? So it's time to go here. Definitely destiny is in charge. Like, definitely the divine is in charge with this, okay? There's nothing you can really do but surrender to the fact that, your soul knows what's right. Spirit knows what's right for you. And everything will unfold within perfect timing. All you need to do is just keep moving forward and don't look back. No matter what obstacles you're faced. These obstacles, like my friend told me the other day, she was like, rejection is redirection, right? So if there's anything that happened in your life that caused you to feel like, darn, I should have seen this coming, I didn't know this was going to happen, it was just a redirection, right? It may have seemed like the worst thing ever, but there is a lesson to that, to this situation. Spirit is trying to teach you something. So trust the divine, okay? You have a higher responsibility here on earth. There's something that you need to be attuned to. There's high, spiritual representation here with the fates, time to go, and then now with the high priest responsibility. There's something that you're supposed to do in this life. And to be the best at it, you have to go through all the lessons. To help other people, you have to, have their challenges as well. So you know their experiences, so you can understand how to get through it. Maybe there's a responsibility that you weren't facing. Maybe you were not really thinking fully about your own life purpose. And this is like a reminder. Spirit's trying to say you have a responsibility that you need to face up to. Okay? This is like answering your calling. Your calling is being this high priestess or high priest. And that's why you go through certain experiences that are, very hectic, because as I said, you need to learn them. If you want to help other people that will go through the same things, you also need to experience those same things. This is your responsibility. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing with this card here. Yeah. It's like about really just gaining a deep awareness of your thoughts, your words, your actions when certain events happen to you. How do you react to them? Okay? So that's something to look at. How do you react to certain events that happen into your life? Are you mindful of your thoughts? What happens? What is being said? understanding is right under the fates. So yes, you're being asked to understand, to gain a deeper understanding of yourself, of your being, of your purpose, okay? Especially if you haven't really thought about it, which is like totally fine. Like not everyone just wakes up one day and it's like, I got it. Like I know what I'm going to do. This is something that takes time. And this is something that I honestly feel like is gained because we have to go through certain experiences to know, like, do I fit in here or do I fit in over here, right? Because it's one thing to, see something, learn something, read something, but it's another to really understand if that is part of you. Okay? So yeah, I feel like this is like Spirit telling you to keep your heart, keep your mind open. There may have been a challenge or a blockage that was faced, an obstacle, but it's like be mindful that at this time, it's really crucial to absorb all of these lessons, all of the information that is being shown to you, that is being taught to you, to understand what it's like. Right? So that might mean a couple of things to you. See how it fits. All right. I'm seeing also the synchronicity 43. This card is 44, and that card is 45. So there could also be a way of you needing to understand the attraction of opposites. And this is saying seduction, temptation, magnetism, a passionate encounter, meeting halfway, coupling, sexual union. So this could also be about maybe you're in a certain relationship, or you really had these deep feelings for someone and they're really different from you, and you realize, like, how can we make this work? How do we even do this? You're totally different from me. Okay? And I feel like this is why there's some sort of thing going on here. I feel like to be able to actually really connect with this person that is like opposite from you, you're also going to have to learn more about yourself, right? Maybe you're in this separation or something like this, and you're being taught to understand more about how you react to situations, how do you react to different circumstances, okay? Yeah. And then I'm seeing focus right under time to go as well. So focus, there's something you need to focus on again. Like as I was saying, there's something that is asking for your attention, right, in your life. There's something that you need to learn right now. And I feel like this is really focusing on yourself, how you react to certain things, okay? Especially if you want to form a relationship, you need to know what your triggers are. You need to know what boundaries you need to set up, okay? Yeah. And maybe even the attraction of opposites is balancing. It doesn't have to be like another person, but it could also be balancing your feminine and your masculine energies here. Something else I'm picking up. Okay. And this is like uniting of the head and the heart, of wisdom and passion. Bringing these two things together. So, whatever you pick up there, I hope you find something that worked out with you. Anything, okay? If you like that reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Alright, so if you have chosen pile number 2 with the carnelian crystal, you found your way to your reading. So advice from your higher self. What does your higher self want to come through and say to you today? Alright, let's see the messages. So we have serendipity. Oh, these clouds are so nice. You can't even see them right now, but it's really nice. We have serendipity, deep knowing, we have embolic, awakening, high priestess of air. You guys might be an air sign or have heavy air placements in your chart, possibly. We have love, and lastly, we have enthusiasm. Okay. So, what does your higher self want to let you know today? What advice are they giving to you? Just give me a second to tune into the energy here, figure out what is going on, the messages that are being brought to me today. All right, to deliver to you. All right, so overall, definitely I'm seeing there is something that has taken place in your life. And it may have seemed like a little bit of a disaster. It could have been like a tower moment. Something didn't go your way. But there's something here that you really need to get in tune with your wisdom, with your deeper knowing, to really figure out what's going on in this situation. There's an awakening happening here. So this isn't the time to get like emotionally wrapped up. This is the time to use what you've learned, the lessons that you've learned in your past, and bring them forward. This is your time to open up. This is your time to let the world see who you are. Okay? This is time to release. Yeah. So let's get into it, shall we? We're going to start off with serendipity. Okay. So with this being here, this is showing me that definitely there's a moment that happened in your life that was serendipitous, like an event. Okay? Something may have fell apart. Something may have, not happened the way you thought it was supposed to be. But maybe there was definitely a very important lesson. This is why this thing fell apart. There's a very important lesson here that is being brought forward to you. And it needed to be learned before you get this unexpected span of luck here. Okay? This is why it's like important not to get caught up in the emotions. Don't get wrapped up in that drama, right? And it's more important to pay attention to the signs. I feel like maybe this thing was just so big and getting emotional. It may have been a lot to deal with. But this is a sign that everything's going to be all right. Things will be okay. You're about to have a span of fortune and good luck coming your way. There is just this one last lesson you have to learn before you reach this completion. I'm saying this with tears in my eyes, guys. Whew, I did not expect to get emotional in this reading today. I have not expected to get emotional in really any reading, but I am. Okay, so we have deep knowing. This is next here. This is saying you need to get grounded. Tune into your intuition. Right now you might be like really sensitive. Again, as I said, you don't want to get wrapped up too much in the emotions. I'm seeing 111 on the clock. Okay. This is a time to recharge. This is a time to ground yourself, ground your energy. And maybe even like not open up too much, because you know how he's standing on the moon here and there's a moon right behind him. Don't present too much forward yet. I'm not telling you, this isn't like to close up, but this is to take a step back so you can truly be with yourself. Because right now you need self-care. Right now you need love. And don't let anyone distract you from your path of healing. Be in tune with your body. It's very important right now. Don't get wrapped up in the drama. Don't get wrapped up in the emotional mess. It's time to be in tune. What is being shown to you? What is a lesson being brought here? What is something that you need to remember and recognize? Okay? Next we have embolic, awakening. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going through a huge awakening right now. Definitely. This is such a pretty image. It's a time for growth. Look at all those flowers blossoming and those about soon to be blossoming in the background here. It's a time for growth, and for things to grow, you need to tend to it. You need to water your flowers. You need to make sure that they're healthy. You need to make sure that your body's healthy, your mind is healthy. This is a time to be in tune with your body, 100%. That's why it's so important to tune into yourself, your inner light. Okay? Your wishes and desires will come through and fully evolve when you live as your authentic self. Right? There's a lot. There's a lot that's about to be presented to you. There's opportunities coming forward that you didn't even expect would happen for you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like getting so emotional with this reading. Whew. Okay, so we have High Priestess of Air. This is next here. So as I said, like you may be an air sign or have this in your chart. It doesn't have to be, but the High Priestess of Air brings us the message of rational thought, logical thinking, reasoning, considering your next actions with full thought. Okay? This is like think before you act type of energy here. That's why you need to tune in to yourself, this deep knowing, because only you have those answers. You are blessed with those answers. They're all within you, but you can't act from your emotional self right now, even though that might be something that you do pretty frequently. This is a time for calculated decisions, all right? And I feel like that's how you'll get this good luck and fortune in your life here. So we have love, deep knowing, and then love. You guys are being asked to deeper your love for yourself, understanding. The more that you get involved with yourself, the more that you love yourself. Okay, the more that you appreciate yourself, right? That's what I'm seeing with this here. Love, it comes in all different types of forms. All right, guys. So yeah, there might be some sort of, with deep knowing and love, I don't know why, but there might be some sort of maybe this is something that could have occurred in your life, something with love as well. There might have been some sort of sacrifice here. Something happened in your love life, which is bringing you closer to, understanding yourself and loving yourself. What this person showed you, what they taught you, no matter if it came in something beautiful wrapped in a bow, or if it was like a tower moment, something that just occurred so randomly, it was only to bring you closer to yourself and loving yourself. That's a major lesson here. Okay? Opening your heart. Even if it feels like it's hurt and it's aching. Right? No matter where you are in your life, love is guiding you. Don't be afraid of it. As I said, love comes in different forms. And sometimes they're not all pretty wrapped in a bow. Okay. Sorry if you hear the clicking, it's these little balls. And then we have enthusiasm. Self-expression, inspiring others, self-confidence, totality, success, sharing, a positive response. See, with this right under awakening here, you're awakening. This new lesson that you've set foot on is going to cause you to inspire others. There's a message that you have to get out there. There's something that you're going to share. You're overcoming so much in your life, right? You're figuring out other ways to love yourself. You're figuring out ways to express yourself. Once again, this is an opportunity to realize your potential, what you can give to the world. If you didn't find love in one place, just know there's love in 1,000 other areas of your life. And it doesn't just have to be within another person, because love always starts with you first, right? So remember that. I feel like you guys are going to be very inspirational to others. Very inspirational. And your experiences, what you can speak of, I feel like you guys have the voice. You guys have the voice to speak of experiences that other people aren't able to speak of. And because you've been through that experience and you can talk about it, you're inspiring others to also speak up and no longer remain voiceless. You're giving people voice. You're making people as well be self-confident. See that? Sharing a positive response. You have this positive response from sharing your growth, sharing your experiences here. Yeah. This is what's really important for you. Okay? So hopefully you got some messages from that, something you learned, something connected. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Alright, so if you have chosen pile 3 with the rose quartz crystal, you found your way to your reading. So, advice from your higher self. What does your higher self want to come through and say to you today? Let's figure it out. So first we have to the sea. To be fair. Water, cleansing. Loyalty. The warrior. And lastly, we have small is beautiful. Okay. So give me a second to tune into the energy here so I can fully grasp what is going on with this pile. All right. What advice does your higher self want to let you know? Sorry, yawn there. Some of you might be feeling really tired. Maybe there's a lot going on around you, within you, and you're being asked to cleanse any energy that's been really draining you. I feel like this pile has been very drained for a while. Yeah. You guys are feeling really drained, and you're feeling like, when will it be the time for me to succeed? When will I have something really great happening to me? I feel like that's why that small is beautiful is coming up here. Maybe you're waiting on something so much bigger, but there's something so beautiful already in your life right now that you need to pay attention to. And you'll be able to when you cleanse any kind of toxic, negative behavior, thinking patterns. All right? So let's get started with the first card here, to the sea. Also, if you hear any clicking, it's my bracelet here. To the sea. Yeah, there's definitely something external that's been blocking you in your life. Maybe you feel like your life circumstances could be better than they are right now. And I feel like you're focusing too much on what's happening externally to you. So Spirit's asking you to go inside, ground yourself, ground your energy. There is always going to be times where, things are going great and then things aren't. Life is like a natural ebb and flow. So there might be a situation that you're not able to control right now, but that's why you're being asked to go back inside. Because inside feels like home. Inside is where you find comfort, where you find your answers. You have an inner light. Just got to tune into it. Okay? Let the divine guide you. And you sit there and you listen. You pay attention. You're aware of the lessons being brought to you, being taught to you. If you feel like something happened in your life that wasn't fair, you'll get your justice. Of course you will. Even if you feel like it wasn't fair, you shouldn't have gone through it. Everyone has negative experiences, and that's just like a part of life. And through those experiences, we're always taught something. Those experiences are guiding us into the right direction. And just because something big and disastrous may have happened doesn't mean it will define you. It doesn't have to define you. Okay? So that's what I'm hearing here. Right now is probably like a time to just observe what has happened to you. And I don't think this is like really tuning into, you know, the drama of it all, the clouds. This is going inside and seeing like and feeling, how does this affect me? How did this affect me? Okay. It's time to observe what is going on. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, definitely the situation, whatever is happening, will be resolved. I feel like it's really like stressing you out here. It's overwhelming. And that's why it's like really important to ground your energy so you're not really always in the clouds here. You're not always like overthinking. And I feel like you're also being asked to figure out what is good for you, what is not. What is best for you and what is not. And if something ever happened to someone else, if someone else was involved in the situation as well, you know, maybe someone else also has gone through the same thing you have, you know, it's okay to reach out and be there and have that little support team, right? So we have water, cleansing. I feel like water is going to be very cleansing for you. You know, going out for a swim, taking a shower, taking a bath, yeah, just things like that. Maybe drinking more water too. And there's a big body of water right here. So yeah, water must be very cleansing for you. Even like if you guys are into like kayaking, I love to kayak. That is also very cleansing for you. So just finding ways to relax and unwind. And I feel like water is a way that will help you out. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're being asked to cleanse from an experience that affected you really greatly. I feel like you guys may be empaths and you pick up a lot of other people's energy, right? It's really important to cleanse from that and figure out like what is yours versus what is others. Like it could be hard to differentiate, and that's why it's really important to ground yourself. Okay? I feel like there's something that you need to clean up. You may have been affected by like doubts or worries because of something that has happened, and you're being asked to let this water cleanse and wash away all of that pollution and release yourself from those negative behaviors or thinking patterns. Okay? Yeah. And also, because water here and you're seeing that flow, there's something like there's a natural flow going on here in your life. This is just something that you have to overcome. This is just something that had to occur in your life so you can figure out what is best for you, right? Whatever that situation may be. Loyalty. This is about being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your dreams, right? Being loyal to spirit. And the messages that they're sharing with you, the things that they are teaching you, right? So tune into that. Let me see if there's any number synchronicities here, because for the last two groups there was, but not really seeing any for this group here. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. What else here with this? Again, I feel like there might be someone else that's involved in some sort of situation here, if that does resonate with you, because I'm also seeing like, again, two people. And then we have to be fair. This could be involving someone else. But yeah, with loyalty here, like, maybe it's very difficult for you to speak to this other person about what has happened. And you're being asked to not really get wrapped up in the emotions and really ground your energy and figure out like what you truly want, what boundaries you want to put up, things that you want to say. Maybe this is also like a test of character to see like, you know, maybe is this person really loyal to you? Are they not? But it doesn't really have to be about another person here. But definitely I feel like loyalty is being tested. And this loyalty can be the loyalty to your path. So this is about standing up for what you believe in. Okay? No matter what is happening externally to you, no matter what people could be trying to influence you. And then we have the warrior. So again, this is about like being strong, being stern. Know what you want and don't let anyone else affect you. Whatever you're experiencing right now, if it does have to be with love or friendship, maybe there's someone that can also have your back, you know. But again, with the warrior, it's like you're protected. With this being right under to be fair, whatever happens, you're protected. There will be justice. Right? And then we have small is beautiful. Find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Keep it simple. Use discretion. Oh, yeah. Use discretion. Slow down. Tend to details and pay attention. Yeah, with the use discretion and slow down, I see that with that to the sea. And then cleansing as well. It's really important with the pay attention as well. Because there might be something, again, like as I said, you guys might like pick up on other people's energy, maybe an empath, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate between like your emotions and someone else's, so it's really important to cleanse yourself from, you know, any external energies that can be affecting you. Yeah. So again, you might be wishing like things. You might be wishing like things could be so much better right now if this happens or if that happens. But, you know, as I said, you gotta just be grateful for all the little things in your life. Tend to details. There might be something that you're overlooking. Because I keep going back to the tend to details. There might be something that you haven't seen yet, that you haven't, paid attention to, especially because tend to details, pay attention. Slow down, tend to details, pay attention. Maybe you guys have been really wrapped up in the emotionalness of the experience you're having. Okay? Consider everything that has happened. What is it teaching you? Okay. Yeah, and I feel like you guys might need to adjust to, a different scenario. Maybe something has happened where, it's really out of your norm. It's really different from you, and you're being asked to adjust to this new phase of your life here as well. But know that you're protected anywhere you go. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys. I chose pile 3. If you enjoyed that reading, if you got any message, that is awesome. Hope that you guys loved it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now.